So folks, welcome to the next video for Spring Web MVC. So I just wanted to kind of touch base to let you know that since this is just a 10-minute video, I have to break it down into a couple of sessions. And for the next thing that we want to do is that we have built some of the services here and the implementation for it. So we want to now kind of go ahead and build the controller. So the controller is built for the index page. That's pretty much your root page or your home page. As soon as you say localhost and whichever port that you're loading into, say 8080, that's the page that should show up. So let's do the controller right now. So I would call it index controller. Index controller. I think the classes should always start with caps. So index controller, and let's have a method for this. Call it public string, and the power of MVC is that it will return the views for you. So if I say return index and then say return this view, which we called it as index, and also we need to annotate this as a controller, which we haven't done. So let's do that. So this is a controller, and since this is hitting the root, we need to have a request mapping. And then it's hitting the root, which is slash. So this is pretty much the controller. So now let's go back into our service implementation. So for us to implement the model, I'm not really connecting here to the database. For this particular thing, I'm just loading some static data. We can kind of have something where we connect to our H2 database, and then we can also connect to our MySQL database. That would be a little later in the course, but right now I just wanted to quickly show you how we can kind of load our data and then hook it up to our front end, which is using TimeLeaf. So let's do that now. Since I'm not hooking up the database, I'm just going to load some static data into this. So what I've done is I have a product which is defined as a hash map, and then I'm just going to load this data into the product. So also we didn't have a construct that has been set up here. Let's have the construct. So what it's doing is this is basically the construct that we need to. This should not be returning void. Let me see what it. So what it was complaining was about, folks, that this product service implementation was not picking this up for the simple reason that under product I had to have a constructor with just product, and it didn't have that, so I had to go and so that's what IntelliJ was complaining about. This should pretty much look so what I'm going to do is now I'm going to add a few more. So see, I'm just going to add a few more products. I'm going to call this product 2, and this is set ID 2, and I'll say hairbrush or something. I'm just going to give it 6929, right? Then this is product 2, and I'm just going to add one more. So we are not setting up the model here. I'm just kind of loading it with some static data. We could do that a little later. So I'm just going to call this socks or something, right? And I'm just going to give this as $8, just a round number. I think I just missed another. There you go. So what about the index controller that we built? We should test that out. So let's go into index controller and just try to hit this. So what I've done is I have set this to the port 8881. You can set it to any number you want. It will pick it up from here, and I'm just refreshing this page to see what is happening. So it seems to work, but just to confirm this, let's go back into our index.html and change this to maybe update change, just to make sure that it's picking up our changes. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm just going to hit that, and let's go and run it again. So I can just do a refresh here. It'll reload the Spring Boot to pick up the changes. Doesn't take too long. So if I go and do this now, there you go, it did pick up our change. Just a bit of typo, but you know the idea, what I was trying to do here. That's it for the index page. Now let's see what else we want to do. So what we did is, to go back and revisit this, we basically built the product service where we said we want to load the models, and the model here is built as a static data. I have not connected to any DB here. So now for us to hit product, we need to have another route, right? You should call it /product or something. So we need to go and create another controller called product controller. Let's call this product controller. So once that's done, let's get the annotation out of the way. Oops. So let's have this annotated to controller, and then we have to bring our product service, right? That's where the list of products are listed. So we need to bring the product service in here. So I can say product service, product services, and then product service, and let's bring the class in here, import the class, and then we need to have a setup for this product services. So let's generate the setup for that, because we want to load the data, so we just need the setter. We're not reading the data from it for this point, we just want to load it. So we have the setter for that. And now then you have to have a public string list product, and now this is where the power of Spring happens. We can inject auto wire the model. So this is something that comes, it does the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to really kind of code any of this. It just uses the annotation to bring that for you. So you say return products, right? So you're returning the view of this which we need to build, which we haven't built yet. So we do that, return products, and then you want the get mapping, get mapping, and then you say /products, right? So we do that, import the class. Again, we are close to this time. I'm going to go to the next video to continue on this one. All right, see you in the next video. Hang tight. Thank you.